Full scope of the devastation in Fiji is just beginning to be realized after the most powerful storm on record in the southern hemisphere ripped through the country. The death toll now stands at 42, and workers are scrambling to reach the hard-hit outer islands. Now, the Prime Minister says that there are people out there who are without food, water, or shelter. One young woman survived by hiding in a cupboard with her family. Now, the power had gone out, and she tweeted from her phone in the dark. She said this: "The house is leaking and everyone's crying, planning where to hide when the entire roof comes off." Another said, quote, "Everyone's safe and in the cupboard with a mattress against us. No roof, barely any house, but alive so far, thank God." Daylight broke and the extent of the damage was revealed, and she tweeted this, quote, "Can't even begin to comprehend how we survived. Every room in the house is shredded to bits." Now, earlier, I spoke with this young woman, Kayla Takara, and asked her to describe the moment she felt her house being torn apart.
Oh, God. It was so terrifying because we were at the one side of the house and then we could hear the roof tearing off. So we had to run through the house as the roof was tearing off to the other side. And the doors were still open and slamming around the place. And it just looked like one of those things you see in movies where everything's just torn out and flying above you and everything was just going crazy. It was one of those totally out-of-body, couldn't be real kind of experiences. And it was absolutely terrifying. Nothing I think anyone in Fiji ever wants to live through again. I've heard stories, like I was talking to some of my neighbors and people in the community afterwards, and they were saying that during the eye of the cyclone they had to run through the fields and try to neighbors' houses, and stories of people running through the streets yelling out for help because their houses being ripped away and things like that. So it's definitely terrifying for a lot of people.
And as the cyclone tore apart your home and swept through Fiji, you were sharing the details in real time on social media, on Twitter, and I'm wondering just what gave you the strength and what sort of compelled you to put aside your fear of what you were experiencing in that moment to share your story with the world.
I don't know if it was me putting aside my fear. I think it was more me being extremely terrified. I was really lucky we had reception because we live on a hill, and so me just being able to tweet, I guess, through it, I could hear everyone else in the other parts of the world. Kind of the reassurance that people were out there was great. And I was really lucky to have that, because, and I still am, that we have this means of communication available to us, and I know so many people around us don't.
And we are very fortunate right now to be having this conversation, because we know that power lines, communication lines are very, very patchy at the moment. In the wake of Cyclone Winston, a final message from you: how can the international community best help the people of Fiji right now?
Oh, God, that's a big one. Well, just really go out of their way, try and get supplies here. I know a lot of organizations have been saying that they need money, but as far as I can see, where I live is in a really, really rural part of Fiji, and there isn't anything getting through out here. So, we really just need food, clothing, support, infrastructure, small building tools. As many things as we can possibly get over here would be absolutely brilliant.
Kayla is also helping you track down survivors in Fiji who are struggling to contact relatives overseas as lines of communication have been cut off.